The Russians are leaving Kherson. Why it matters, below. The city of Kherson, which is located in a region with the same name that Moscow unjustly annexed, is in southern Ukraine. The announcement by Russia that it will withdraw its forces from Kherson is yet another embarrassment for Vladimir Putin. The embarrassing action is yet another sign that Russia's 8-month-old war will not go as planned. What happened just now? General Sergei Surovikin, the commander of Russian forces in Ukraine, declared on Wednesday that Russian troops will have to leave Kherson because of disruptions in the city's supply. The announcement of the event on Russian official television was notable since President Putin of Russia chose not to participate, in stark contrast to the celebrations he led on Moscow's Red Square last month. The city and parts of the surrounding region were seized in the opening days of the conflict as Russian troops pushed their attack north from Crimea, the area illegally annexed by the Kremlin in 2014. It has been Ukraine's goal to push Russia off Ukrainian land, although perhaps a proactive withdrawal had not been expected just yet. It has been Ukraine's goal to push Russia off Ukrainian land, although perhaps a proactive withdrawal had not been expected just yet. Ukraine's offensive has slowed recently, but not stopped, as President Volodymyr Zelensky noted on Monday. Kyiv has been gradually making progress in recent weeks. Ukrainian forces have started to close in around the city, while bombarding any bridges across the Dnipro River with missiles to try to cut Russian supply lines to the city. Kirill Stremeltsov, the Russian-backed deputy civilian administration of Kherson, actually predicted last week before that Russian forces may have to retreat from the western side of the Dnipro. The announcement that troops were pulling out of Kherson came shortly after it was confirmed that Stremeltsov had been killed in a road traffic accident on Wednesday. Ukraine's offensive has slowed recently, but not stopped, as President Volodymyr Zelensky noted on Monday. Kyiv has been gradually making progress in recent weeks. But, amid previous claims that Russia might start to pull out of Kherson, Ukraine speculated that it was a ruse and that thousands of troops were still defending the city, despite publicly evacuating 70,000 civilians. The Institute for the Study of War also suggested that the Russian soldiers were still preparing defensive positions within Kherson. Due to its advantageous location, Kherson is a key city for control. Because of this, it serves as the perfect link between the rest of Ukraine and what Moscow considers to be already occupied territory. Kherson is crucial to Ukraine as well because it would help them retake Crimea, as Kyiv has repeatedly pledged to do over the past 8 months. Yes, as the only major regional capital Russia has seized since it launched its invasion back in February, losing it would be a clear sign of Putin's failing war aims. Russian forces already lost 6,000 square kilometers of territory to the Ukrainian forces amid their successful counteroffensive which Kyiv launched at the end of August. Moscow also annexed the city and declared it Russian territory after holding a sham referendum in the area, and claiming the locals back joining Moscow. It was just one of 4 regions he tried to reclaim as the Kremlin's land at the end of September. What will happen next? While Kherson appears to be the latest gain for Ukraine on the battlefield, and support from the international community continues, there's little sign the war is edging towards a conclusion. Heavy fighting and shelling continues elsewhere. Ukrainian and Russian forces clashed overnight over Snyarovka, a town about 30 miles north of the southern city of Kherson, and widespread Russian strikes on Ukraine's energy system go on, with 2 cities not far from Europe's largest nuclear power plant, Zaporizhzhia, were shelled overnight. But it's clear Russia's goal of a complete takeover of Ukraine is failing badly, and the economic pressures threatening Western support, notably high energy prices, are easing. Ukraine has said it will not countenance peace talks until Russia's complete withdrawal, suggesting the grinding battle will only come to an end with more Kherson-style retreats. The other big factor is the